What's up? What's up? TLC.
Hey, this is TLC.
Hi, how you doing?
TLC is very silly. Okay.
Always have that. Okay.
The way we all got together with her coming from Philadelphia and the way they met and the way, I met them, that was destiny. And you cannot control destiny. Whatever it is, if you can't go and get it, it will come and get you.
Me, Tiana, and Chili hit it off the first night we met.
Lisa had left Philly. That's left out. I left Philly, and she came down here and she met Rico. I already knew Rico because I worked my first job with him at this beauty supply store before I went to the salon. It had to be all about beauty. So, he knew N. N was Crystal's manager. She wanted to put a group together, so Rico told Crystal and N about Lisa, and he told them about me. So we were second nature.
Marie Davis.
This is the one that did Pebble's hair that hooked us up. And when I was in the salon working as an apprentice, she was like, TT, you got star quality. I was like, girl, you seen it? I said that too. You know what I'm saying? So while I was doing hair, by day, I was going to try to be a star by night and try to figure out how to get up in this music industry.
Yeah, I was talking about being good to you.
No, she hasn't. No,
Yes, she has.
No, she's been very good. Me and Lisa clicked real fast, maybe too close, because we did not click with Crystal, and it was her group. After we auditioned and everything, and people thought, Crystal didn't really work with us, so me and Lisa decided to go over her house one night and kick her out her own group. So I said, Lisa, you gonna tell her? Lisa was like, yeah. So listen how Lisa told her. Girl, we got some good news and some bad news. Now, the good news is Pebble want to sign us, girl, but the bad news is you ain't gonna be in the group. And I looked up at Lisa like, I would have never let you tell her if you was gonna say that. She just wished us well and basically kicked us out her house. And we was like, cool, you know what I'm saying? As long as, she's out. After Crystal got kicked out of TLC and everything, we met Rosanda that day.
Then Jessica Harmon, who was working for Pebbles at the time, she mentioned something. She said, well, Tion sings low. So can you, what's your range like? So I started singing one of Damian Dame's songs, like Dia. She really has this really high voice, so I did that. And it's funny because when she asked me that, I just broke out and started singing one of their songs, and it was funny because Pebble started laughing. I'm like, did I mess up? And she was like, no, I'm just laughing at the fact that you just broke out and you just started singing the song.
Lisa named her Chili because she had a lot of songs, and we auditioned that same day. We was TLC in one day.
No, it was one evening. After that night, I was like, man, I'm in this group. This is cool.
But Crystal, I just want to say thank you, because if it wasn't for you wanting the group, hey, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't have met Rosanda, couldn't be TLC, so, I had to get them props up. You know what I'm saying? You did a big thing for us. Mm-hmm. We're not made artists. I came, she came to the record company. We knew what we wanted to be. We didn't know the business half, but you can't take away talent. You can't take away real artists. I wasn't taught to sing. I wasn't taught to dance. I just did it, as she wasn't taught to rap. She wasn't taught to sing. We just knew what we wanted.
It's a talent.
It's a talent. It's God-given. It's like natural.
It has to be in your heart.
Exactly.
Seriously, it has to really, really be in your heart.
My biggest contribution to the first album was image. That's what I brought to the table, I think. I mean, out of the three of us, because I was so stuck on wearing every color that was in the crayon box. And that's the only way I could describe it, which I want to wear. I don't care, as long as it's every color in the crayon box, I want to be colorful. Anybody can put these clothes on. Anybody can have the tracks that we have. Anybody can sing the same lyrics and have our hairstyles, but the gift that God gave us was the way Tion sounds, the way I sound, and the way she sounds, and the combination and the chemistry and all of that junk put together. It just sets us aside from anyone. I mean, TLC is TLC.
What do I bring to TLC? Even before I had my son, I've always been a mother. I'm just a mama, like point blank. I'm the one who's sensitive. I bring the sensitivity in the group, the love and all the passion and, all that stuff. So that's what I add.
Chili, even though people look at her like she's sexy, she's silly. She be acting stupid.
dog. Break it down.
They say she's cool, but you know, I see Tiana sometimes trying to get a little bit sexy, trying to put on some girl clothes sometimes and stuff. Tion sang low and Tion sang high. But when Tion sang low,
Used to call me Scruffy.
Jermaine, he called her Scruffy, and he told her that was so dope. He said it was dope. He said, sing low, let that be you, your voice, and what you're known for. And she was like, well, I don't want anybody to think I'm gay.
And they did.
They say I'm crazy, but I'm cool as hell. So I
Oh
was like,
my
we
God.
all crazy, sexy,
I mean, so
cool.
why you get the coolest head?
See, I didn't know if
did
it's
the old,
stupid, sexy, or crazy,
just
cool.
trying to throw on some
So I
girl
just
clothes.
played with
Trying,
it and
you
came
know
up
what I'm
with
saying?
crazy,
Yeah,
sexy, cool.
yeah.
And that's how it came to be.
There's a very important person we can't forget who was with us from day one now, Jermaine Dupri. Because when me and Left Eye met, before we met Chili, he was the only person that was working with us. And we sung on our first demo with Jermaine.
Yep, and see, the demo didn't even have words to it because we never got a chance to lay the words down because he was working with Crisscross. So all we had was his song and then these jacked up pictures. And I hope nobody ever finds those pictures.
We were called Second Nature. Shut up.
I went in the group at the time, so I can get a hold of those pictures.
But anyway, we got all props to Jermaine too, because he was the only person who was working with us and believed in us at the beginning, even when we were in the other pictures with, you know, whatever.
All right, everybody, we are here at Doppler. This is where it all began for TLC, right here at this place. Hi, Shine.
Hey. Ain't seen you in a while. How you doing? I'm doing good.
When I got back in the group, we would do things like, I remember the water fights with the water guns and stuff. It was really fun. This is where
we
all the
support the
food
water.
fights and all this stuff.
We just
would
started this
happen.
kitchen back here at Doppler Studios. Is where we used to take from this kitchen water, throw it down the whole hallway as long as it is, and then take off our shoes. We're not gonna do it for real, but it went something like this. You ready? You get ready. All right, 1, 2, set, go. This is the first time I ever sang on the mic.
Yeah. Remember when we recorded What About Your Friends? And I think it was, we were all in here. We were like yelling.
People didn't even have to know how to sing. But the way we work is kind of different. Sometimes each girl go by themselves. Like sometimes you'll get, like Deborah Killen sings a lot of backgrounds for TLC. She might go in first. Then I will go do the verses. Then Chili will go do her parts, and then Left Eye will lay the rap, and then you have your completed song.
This might, maybe not this particular
This room,
one.
man.
This room.
Is it. This is where TLC began.
is the
Became
first.
TLC, man.
That's right.
It's not too many times that we stand to the booth together unless there's interludes. That's the things that come before the songs. We do interludes together and stuff like that, but really we go one by one.
No, I remember being in the booth once when we were working on Hats to the Back. And Pebbles embarrassed me so bad. So, I'm sitting up here like tears in my eyes. I'm about to break like, I gotta get out. I was so
And his
embarrassed.
pants
I
down
was
real
just
low.
like, hey man, humiliation. But hey, this is where it began. This is where it all started right here. Right here.
This is it.
When we were in the studio recording, even though we had a lot of fun doing it, oh man, it wasn't overwhelming.
This bathroom is where Lisa used to write all her raps. Ask me why she has to write her raps in the bathroom, I don't know.
Hold on, let's check. Girl check.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's on the toilet.
We just went, had fun, did what we had to do, and came back the next day.
I'm the tickety buzz. I'm the leggy left eye.
I'm the
And the British is, and that is on the TLC tip.
Do you remember the first hit?
Ain't Too Proud to Beg? Yes.
It was Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I'll never forget it.
And I remember the first time I heard it in the car.
The excitement didn't really come until we heard our song on the radio. It was me and Chili. And Chili had a blue Volkswagen. And we called him Blue Boy.
I'm just in my Volkswagen Bug.
Ain't Too Proud to Beg came on the radio. We were just about to pull into Taco Bell drive-thru. Chili whipped that car around that driveway so fast, and we were out in the parking lot jamming.
I hear the song and I'm just, I'm just tripping and laughing and singing.
Door wide open. Music as loud as we could pump it, and we was just like, oh yeah, that's our song.
So excited going on the highway.
That's when something just like came out of nowhere and knocked us in the head and was like, hey, you're on the radio. You have a video out. You know.
Thanks a lot for your support. Y'all should give yourselves a round of applause.
I could not believe it. I could not believe that I could walk in a record store and see my face, up somewhere, look in a magazine, and there I am. It was really overwhelming.
With my disease, a lot of things can trigger a crisis. And stress, my diet, the things I choose to eat, which I haven't done right in the past, but I'm getting better on that.
It didn't seem that serious to us in the beginning because she always snapped back. And for us it was like, as long as you're okay.
Yeah, I was a sickly child. It's funny because in 1995 was the only time that I went ahead and admitted to what I had. And more so, I think at first it was a thing because the Sickle Cell Foundation, Linda Anderson, she runs the national region. She asked me to become the spokesperson. And a lot of people previously had talked to me in early years saying that maybe I should try to talk about it to help other kids. But it was something that I didn't really want to accept myself, and I wasn't happy with having it.
I didn't realize how sick Tion can get until maybe the third or fourth time. Because we had known Tion for a while, and she hadn't gotten sick around us until we went on tour.
This is just something that had to run its course. And once she got better, then she was better until, it would happen again. So I kind of felt helpless.
If you just go around dwelling on it and saying that's what I have, it's almost like giving in. My exercise is an issue. And yes, it does tire you out and tire you down. So I have to keep on my diet and get some rest when I can. My stress factor is a must. I have to keep my stress low, which is hard in this business, but I do manage. The thing that helps me to this day and what made me strong is that my mother was always by my bedside. When I wake up to this day at the age of 28, the first face I see is my mother. She makes sure if she has to go home and get something that my aunts, my cousins, my close friends are by my bedside, no one leaves my side. And I think that's very important for people to know who have any kind of disease. The more you shower people with love and their mental state and their heart helps them heal within. And that made me feel better.
What did you learn from reading some of the things that were said or some of the conversations? What did you learn?
People were printing stories like it was the gospel truth.
They took what they wanted out of the one little part.
Whether you were by yourself or with your friends, you always have to be on your best behavior.
I learned that no matter what we go through, it's never big enough to let any outsiders come in and add to it. I personally have ran into a lot of problems with the press. It's just, I don't know, I just must be around at the wrong time, in the wrong place at the wrong time, because press has jacked me up on many situations. Me and Andrea could walk in the supermarket, and this was when I first met him, and all of the white kids would know him. Can I have your autograph, da-da-da-da? And they'd look at me like, and they'd look back at him like, thank you. And the black kids, hey, they asked for my autograph. They knew me. But when the fire thing happened, I was on ESPN. You know what I'm saying?
You're home in bed, and the phone rings.
Woo, okay, I had to get that nice little laugh out. Yes, okay, I remember that. I'm like, hello? Turn on Channel 5. And I'm like, what? Lisa, burn the house down.
I was furious. Bruised face. Man didn't come home till 6 o'clock. It's been the 10th time in the past 2 months. We just got into a fight. I've been drinking. And there's no size 4. I just threw threw a pair of sneakers in the tub and lit them. I lit them on fire.
I didn't know what was gonna happen, to tell you the truth. And I was just like, okay, well, where is she? What's going on? What are we gonna do? Like, all these questions.
I didn't think that the fire was gonna go outside. So I knew what I was doing when I lit the sneakers because, yes, I had full intention on burning the sneakers up. I was mad. I was taking my frustrations out on the sneakers. But the fire grew fast.
It was an accident, but it was blown way out of proportion, you know. And it was just, I don't know. That was a real crazy time for us.
For me, even though I was getting handcuffed and my lawyer was giving me the spill and everything like that, I always had a positive outlook, like everything's gonna be okay, you know, and everything's gonna be fine. I don't see myself going down for 20 years because of an accident, because that's what it was. It was an accident.
The fans
Our
were
fans
down.
are our fans, and they were pretty cool. Nobody wrote in and was like, F you for burning, you know, because first of all, I was guilty. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And then everything blew up, and it was like this crazy bitch came in drunk and burnt the house down. And it's like, where'd y'all get that from? You know, and that's what I am, because perception. It's all about what the media puts out, and what people read is gold, it's true, and then that's what everybody perceived me to be. Back then, hey, I drank a lot, and I still didn't consider myself an alcoholic. I'd even stand up in the AA meetings, and I had a different answer for every time I had to say, my name is Lisa, and I'm an alcoholic. I never said alcoholic. Hey, my name is Lisa, and I'm a Gemini. And I don't even care if anybody knows what it is. I'm not sitting up here trying to prove anything, trying to set the record straight. You know, I got to go home and deal with me.
You're in detox, and you realize we got another album, another record to record. Waterfalls has to be recorded. They let you out for 6 hours, and you write this rap, which becomes a #1 song on the way?
Yeah.
I got out on a 1 or 2 hour break to go in the studio and listen to the song that TLC was working on, which was called Waterfalls, and I hadn't seen daylight in a minute.
So on the way, I was admiring the streets, the buildings, the trees, the sky, and I looked up. What's this rainbow? You know, and I was like, wow, like this place we live in never meant so much to me until now.
And so when I heard the song, I loved it immediately. Went back to the Diversion Center, sat with the CD for a minute, and then it just started to come out. I seen a rainbow yesterday.
And the next day I had one more 6-hour pass to where I could go to the studio and lay the rap down. But when I was writing it, you know, the first thing I said was, I seen a rainbow yesterday. You know, and I just started reflecting on my life as if it was a storm.
If you read the lyrics, it pretty much describes where I was at that time in my life and what was going on around me.
Too many storms have come and gone, and they don't even leave a trace of sunlight, God's given rays. It's just like when it rains and pours, everything's bad. So, hey, I wrote that song from my heart. I don't know what inspired Marquez to write the song, but hey, turned out to be our biggest hit, and it was my favorite song for more reasons than one.
See, we know this is a lot of work for everyone who thinks that the music business is something to jump into because you can get paid. Not! Thank you. Or because you're gonna go real far. Not! It only works with a lot of hard work.
I know y'all knew it, but we sold 1, 2, 3, 4 million records. Today. So give it up for TLC, y'all.
Waterfalls hits #1. TLC declares bankruptcy. Huh?
Okay. People to this day still do not believe that we were broke, but we were.
We never got money to go broke.
I can wrap it up real quick. Everybody get out your pens and your papers because we're going to do some math, some real easy math real quick. We sold 10 million records. We had 7 points to share. If anybody doesn't know what a point is, it is worth 1%. There's 100 points on an album. Okay, we got 7. Every point is equal 8 cents. So that
For you to
means
say you're supposed to renegotiate your contract, which
wait a
we
minute.
never did.
Right, an album retails for $8, so every point is worth 8 cents. TLC has 7 points. That means we get 56 cents per album. Okay? If the record company spends $3 million to record your album, shoot a couple videos, and we sell 10 million records, that means we make $5.6 million. 56 cents. 10 million records. Minus the $3 million that you owe to the record company, it comes off the top. $2.6 million. Minus the legal fees, lawyers, what are lawyers? $400 an hour?
Yep.
Minus accounting fees,
45%
minus taxes.
tax bracket.
What is the percentage that
45.
we're
We're
in?
45.
Minus that. Split it 3 ways at the end. And you
A couple of
$250,000,
$1,000.
$300,000 out of 10 million records sold.
And then you have to pay for
So-
your bills and your house and your mother and your brother.
Yeah.
So basically, we
It's
were
right.
broke at that, and they generated over $175 million.
So it was all based on our deal structure. What I can't stand is how can someone as real as us, who before we even got a deal, was kicking it like we kick it, voices sounded just like they sound now. We had our own little creative ideas and our own goals and dreams. And to meet someone and they put us on and take credit for everything that we have ever done.
I mean, you're supposed to groom your artists, because if we haven't been in this business and you know the way, you got to show us that, because we don't know that. You know, and we don't have the money or the stuff, politics and all the other business stuff to back us, because it's all a system. I mean, without a record company, of course, we couldn't have been seen. You can have all the talent in the world, but if they don't push you, then you're not seen. But it's wrong that TLC never got credit for how we dressed ourselves, sing, videos, everything.
Whether it had to do with the contract or the relationships, all across the board, we just figured, hey, we don't want her working for us anymore. We sat down, we had a meeting with her, we expressed what our concerns were. And, she lived with it. And she was like, okay, well, cool. But, in this business, you can let a manager go like that.
A lot of people get up and go do things that they really don't want to do. And I think we're fortunate and blessed enough to be able to do something that's in our heart.
I think that our videos have, they definitely help portray you in a certain light, for sure, especially when it's a video like a Waterfalls or any of the videos that we've done, because again, everybody gets to see you, they get to see you perform, they get to see how you have brought that song to life, your creativity along with the director.
Each personality of
each girl. It's so important.
We dance really on our own style, so it's kind of like something we've been doing since we were like 14 and 15. So it's really not that hard for us. I have to say, I probably learned the slowest of everybody.
Yeah, you do.
But I even forget things I make up too, so hey.
You learn the slowest and Left Eye learns the fastest, but
She's the most flicked it.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what influenced TLC, where we from, the Dirty South, ATL, totally. That's how we are, that's how we gonna stay. That's our style, I think other people have taken Atlanta style and, if
Not think they have.
They have.
I mean,
Bankhead
that's cool,
Bounce and all the
that's
other
cool,
stuff.
but-
That's cool, but we're happy to say we're original.
We have chemistry between the three of us, and that makes us very, very special. It's a family, it's like a sister relationship. I done knocked y'all out.
Amidst all of the rumors and turmoil, we will never break up. That's where we stand.
Everything I went through happened for a reason, and I don't harp on it. For what it was worth, I got a lesson out of it, so that's all that matters.
I would go back and pull a little Chili to the side. I would tell her to not listen to the person that was in her ear, breaking her down. You're bigger than that, you're stronger than that. She doesn't, and she knows that, and that is why she's doing that to you. And that's the only thing I would say. Everything else I would want to happen the same.
Lisa?
I'm pretty much feeling like Tion's feeling.
You gotta go through it, you gotta go through
I would definitely. And going through some of the stuff was really rough at the time.
We didn't know, the proper and the political way and the way things should be done. We just did what we wanted. And so everything was real. You can't mess with something natural and that's real. When we came out, it was hard. You can sit at a table of men and say something 2 weeks prior to what they just said today. And they'll go, oh, yeah, because he said it. I'm like, excuse you, I said that 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? And so now girls are producing girls are wanting to start their own labels and entertainment companies. And yeah, it's getting stronger and stronger, but I will have to say and give us credit and congratulations, because you are a strong woman, and so are you. You know what I'm saying?
I personally think pop is at its best when it has a message behind it. I don't know if that's actually the case or not.
There's a good message behind what we're talking about. Ain't Too Proud to Beg is a way of preaching, well, getting a message across, but not making people feel you have to preach to get your point to them, because people tend to run away from that. Ain't Too Proud to Beg is begging for, not too proud to beg for something you call your own. That could be your husband. And before that, we said not to sex with society and someone you call your own.
Your own.
And the condoms represent safe sex. Protection is a priority, something we stand by strongly. And the most noticeable thing would be, bam, left eye's condom over her eye. Bang! It's catching. Boom! TLC came out, we said we wanted to, and we stood up for what we believed in, and we went after whatever our heart desired. And we didn't care what nobody thought about it. Good sex is safe sex. Never forget that. That's my answer.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
I don't understand music sometimes because a lot of the things that I hear on the radio or that I see on the videos, you know, they're talking about things that are beyond me. I'm like, why are they teaching the kids? But it's number one, you know. So I don't know. The message should be the major factor when it comes to pop music.
Everyone could feel what the song was saying. There was no doubt about it. And I mean, it really took to heart. So, and I'm sure a lot of people could relate to it.
Everywhere you turn, it's love.
Especially the fans. Thank you.
They are always very concerned, you know what I mean, and very sincere about, you know, us staying together and them loving us as a group.
When 12,000 people start screaming to the top of their lungs for you and that energy just fills your body, it almost, I mean, tears literally come to my eyes sometimes.